Okay, I'm back. I didn't get nearly as much done as I had hoped because I was working on another project, and also because uh, this is my first day officially off of caffeine, and I am exhausted. But I think it's all going to be for the better. So anyway, I've been truing up. Oh my gosh! I've been truing up all these patterns. See if I can get it centered a little bit better. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Um, I've done all of it, but just one piece of it. So, and then I'm going to show you something before I go any farther. So this is after I trued it up yesterday, or didn't true it up, but this is after I altered the pattern. To make it a little bit more on model. And everything is lining up pretty well because it will line up pretty well because it's already been trued up once. It's just whatever alterations I made yesterday are what I'm truing up right now. And if it was just minor stuff, I probably could get away with just altering the patterns I made yesterday. But because I did some major stuff to it, I thought it'd be better to go completely from scratch again. I added some extra registration marks as well. Okay, the average of all those. I probably have too many registration marks at this point. Just want to make sure. So that is actually, that's the left side, which I did it backwards. Darn it. Oh well, no big deal. Big deal. Okay, and this is A. Get a tick mark around it. That's the mouth. This is raw jaw. Okay, I think that's all of his new pieces. But I want to show you the old ones before I go any farther. Okay, so this is what it looked like before. I don't know if you can see this, but you can see how much different it is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut these out and then I'll show you the difference. Hopefully I won't get confused because that's where I'll run into problems. What do I do with my... Okay, so this is the nose This is the new nose piece. So let me put today's date, which is what, 3rd? Oh my gosh, it's the 4th. Okay. Okay. All right. And this is the old one. And you can kind of see how altering that shape will change the shape of his nose. This is still too small, but I want to get rid of the old ones because I know they're going to confuse me. So I'll rip them up as I go. And that maybe was a bit premature, but I know it wasn't the right shape when I did it yesterday. So. I put an extra one in that front lip because I don't want to get confused as to which side glues to what. All right. All right, so this is actually that should, oh, maybe I did this one right. Yeah, I think I did do it right. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right. Good. Okay. Okay, so there's that piece. And the old one looked like this. So see, I took a little bit of the bow out of his front of his mouth, and I added some more material to the back. So everything else looks pretty close. All right, let me get rid of this one. All right, so I got 2 pieces now. Oops. 9, 4, 5. All right, the old one was just a circle, I believe. If I even still have it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so the old one, there wasn't enough bow in it, so that's why I added the dart to that one. Through neat. Okay. Okay, so this is the old one. This is the new one. I added a dart here, and I also think okay. Yeah, so that's how that one changed. The other thing I did was this actually gets glued onto that spot like that. So there we go. Just making sure I have all the right pieces before I throw something away. All right, last piece, because the mouth plate didn't change. Okay. All right, so this one's flopped from this one, so that's how that one changed. I'm not sure why this changed so much. Oh, it's because I opened up the back a little bit more. Okay. All right. There goes nothing. And then I have the original front and back here. All right, so these are the patterns I end up coming up with. Where'd that go? Hey, is that the wrong one? Oh, that is the old one. Boy, no wonder that didn't work. All right, let's get rid of that one. Okay. So that should go on there. Yeah, like that. So this is the left. Okay. So that goes on there like that. And then this will go here. This will go here. That will go there. And that will go there. And then this little bit will sink up to the mouth. And that'll be the curve of the mouth. I'm going to swap this. Since this is the only one that's not set up right, I'm going to retrace this one. Because I'm going to scan the backs of these on my scanner and then blow it up. And if one is oriented differently than all the others, I'm going to get confused. Oh, should I just do it again? I think I'm okay because I'll just mark it up on the other side. All right. Okay. So that will become A. Okay. I think that's our patterns there. I just wanted everything to be basically the same orientation so I don't get confused. Oh. Hey Dave, how's it going? You didn't miss much, and I don't think you're going to miss much more because the next step I need to do is I need to, so I've trued up the pattern. Everything's fitting together correctly now. What I need to do next is blow up the pattern and build it full scale. But I was going to do that off camera because I don't think my computer will hold up to both scanning and broadcasting without overheating. So I'll probably have to do that off camera. What else can I do? I guess I could figure out the. Oh, I can't really figure out the nose because I don't have a head. I kind of. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. I do have this one, which is still too small, and it doesn't have the right curve. I probably shouldn't do that. Let's not do that. Can I work on Sven? Can I figure out Sven here? I think I could. All right. I think I'll start working on Sven because I'm at a stopping point with Olaf until tomorrow. So I'm going to start with this bear head, which might actually be full size. And here's the bear head. This is when I built that bear, but I think it'll work with Sven. So let me get started on that. Let's see, where do I start? I got to figure out how to start on this. So I do have this dumb little toy, which is mostly on model. And you can see his snout shape here. So I guess I could start with the snout. And then, it almost looks better. Well, I was going to say it almost looks better backwards. No, it's fine. And I don't have to use this exactly. It's just a good place to start. So let me start making a fake mouth. I'm going to do this one a little differently than I usually do. In that I'm gonna make the mouth plate and then build the snout around that. And hopefully I can do this in such a way that I don't have to build a mech for this mouth, which would be nice. And we're done. Okay. Let's see. I have one picture of of Sven as well. What happened to that? Here he is. And that's not going to show me anything, but you know what? I didn't try it with this, but honestly, I don't think it would work on this. It's kind of too small. I mean, this thing. Yeah. I'm not going to do it on that. I might do it on his body, but. Old habits die hard. I mean, this thing is the main thing that I'm going to get off of this is a lot of the details and the antlers. I can at least mock up the antlers so they'll be somewhat the right size and shape. And probably the shape of the head I can get off of this. Again, if I just had a model sheet, I'd be in good shape. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to so this is my mouth plate here as I'm kind of envisioning it. So I'm going to have to make that part and that part and then a tube that'll join it into this head. That's kind of, this is the worst drawing. You never know I knew how to draw. Okay, so I'm basically going to build something like that. And actually, no, it's not going to be like that. It's just going to be so there's the mouth plate. So it's going to be that. And then that will join into the head that I have right here, I think. And then I may have to cut some of the back off of that. I'm just muttering to myself at this point. Okay. I don't remember which one of these I made the 75% for, but I think that's a place to start. Huh, red fur. Wonder where that came from. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over the bandsaw and I'm going to cut this out real quick. All right. Well, that was a little faster than had to cut them all out by hand. These might be too small. Yeah, I might just need a couple extra. Let's see. So, what are you working on these days, Dave? Same old, same old.
Ugh.
See, I think I'm gonna need one more of these. Do this. I could be wrong though. I know it's the wrong shape. Okay, now I think if I had a big old wedge there, I think I could make it work. I'm trying to figure this out. Working on Annie's dress, among other things, trying to work out how I'm going to do the piping for the dress. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of sewing videos lately, like how to make pants, how to make how to pattern stuff, how to draft patterns. I think it's been helping me at least make things that make more sense. I'm going to try that. Let me see how that looks. Whoops, what happened? Okay, let me see this now. Yeah, that's kind of the shape I'm going for. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. I'll get there. I'll get to the shape. It's always about kind of blocking it out and then refining. If I just had a good profile and a front on here, I could do it, no problem. But thanks, Disney. Thanks for nothing. Hey, TC. How's it going? Well, it's great that you sold enough that you actually have to rebuild your inventory. Usually, I have to come up with another sale or another venue just to sell all the overstock I have. I think this will get me started at least. Maybe I'll just send him Sammy's head and put it on a reindeer body. Really? Who'd you meet? Yeah, who'd you meet? I'm curious. I'm curious as to who you consider puppet royalty besides me. Oh, I know Dave. Dave is awesome. I haven't talked to him for years. Yeah, he is royalty. You said the Swazzle guys. I was going to rethink it a little bit. It's too long. But I'm getting there. So I'm going to end up taking a wedge out of this to pull this nose up, but I'm going to try just gluing it right on. I'd give the 3/4 view to kind of show what I'm doing, except for the fact that the 3/4 view is all set up to show the overall view of the drawing of Olaf I made. So I have to jigger it. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, he and Mike Quinn were always very supportive of the things I was trying to do. And I haven't seen David since probably about 2006, 2005. I did talk to him a little bit about doing some art at one point, but that never happened. Okay, I asked ChatGTP for model sheets. They referenced the book but said no public model sheets could be found. I found a great side view, but I don't know how on model it is. It looks like someone else's take on Sven. I DM'd it to you. Won't need to send anymore. Haha. Or LOL. Yeah, you lost me at ChatGTP. No, I'm just kidding. I'll reference it, but okay. So here's where we're at with this bear head that I've just converted. I think the snout's a little too small, too long, but if I take a wedge out here, that should bring that nose up a little bit. These eyebrows aren't right either, so I should rip them off. Just a second. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a wedge out of this, try and bring this nose up a little bit, more match what I'm seeing here. So let's see what that does. I know the way that I build bewilders a lot of people, but Hey, Laura, how's it going? Thank you for that um, ruler. I haven't used it yet. I have it right here, though. Okay, so just by taking that one wedge out and gluing it, that's going to pull this nose up to here. So let me glue it real quick. I think I might have to take a little bit out here too. I'll pick my little battles. Yeah, I will definitely use it probably tomorrow. So as I start to pattern Olaf's final head. Okay, it's not perfect, but check that out. It's definitely getting there. I think it needs to come up like that. All right, that's yeah. All right, so that's starting to get there. So let me figure out the bottom jaw now, which probably be pretty much that same shape, at least at first. And then I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, I think it's going to be basically the same thing I just built. So let's try this again. So I already got one. course, I saw that pattern blow across the room when I used the hairdryer. And now I have no idea where the pattern went. That's okay. I'll just use this. So I won't know how, like, this might be close to the right size as compared to the Olaf is, but I won't know until I actually do the full-on drawing of it. I'll probably have to get my neighbor over here to take measurements to see how big everything needs to be in relation to each other. All right, so this is very rough, but you can kind of start to see it come together. I'm just fill in the foam here, or maybe I'll leave it open. Well, Olaf's in pieces right now, but let's see. Let's see what else I can do to make this thing look a little bit better. Put on Olaf's one eye. There we go. Hey, Cassidy. How's it going? Okay. What else I got? All right. So he does have those big nostrils. That might be more of a planton, though, or like, I don't know if you can see this, but when I push in on this nose, it almost gives me the shape I want. So that might be something that I just try and figure out how to do after I've patterned it. Maybe drill into the foam. Oh, good night, Laura. Thanks for popping on. I'll be doing more tomorrow. I'm actually not sure how much longer I'm going to be on either. I gotta basically fill this space here. Maybe figure out the ears. Let me make a second one of these ears. That actually turned out halfway decent. I'm pretty good, Cassidy. I've been getting off caffeine, and so it's been making me pretty tired. But today's the first day completely off of it, so I should be getting some of my pep back in the next couple of days. So basically, when you're trying to do complicated things like this, you just kind of figure out as much as you can, and then move on to the next part and figure out as much as you can, and then fill in the gaps. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. I think this slope needs to come in a little bit. Yeah, it does. I don't know about that, Cassidy. I think he's too busy for that. Well, that didn't dry. He strikes me as somebody who's too busy for hugs. All right, that. I think that fixed that problem. But he has a lot less cranium than this monstrosity I'm making, so I think what I need to do is cut out like a 2-inch piece. Graft all this back together. Well, maybe from you. maybe he'll make an exception for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack all this off. All this whole thing's going to go away, and then I'm going to graft that onto there. Because why not? I made Olaf. Yeah, I'm making both Olaf and Sven. Um, so yeah, I'm making Olaf, making Sven right now. Put this back onto here. It won't be quite right, but it'll get me there. Dave, are you saying something I said? Did I say that? Because why not? See, I have all kinds of good advice. I think actually that is good advice to some extent because I think a lot of people really get stuck on the whole idea of like, oh, I don't know how to do it the right way. I'll never get started. Sometimes you just gotta grab the knife and start hacking. Okay. If I ever get surgery, I'm going to tell the surgeons on my case to talk and act like Dr. Phil Von Neuter. Keep me calm. That's I don't even remember him. Oh, I do remember him in Muppets from Space. They did the Independence Day bit. Okay, so I cut down his cranium a little bit. It's kind of hard to see still with much that's missing of him. I think it's starting to get there though. I don't even remember that part. Okay. I guess I could fill in this little area here. So I want to fill in this area right there. I think it's gonna be something like that. I'm look at that. Okay, let's see if I can read this. It's probably because they don't know how to go backwards from it if it gets too far out of whack. And most people cringe on wasting materials. I used to be really bad at that until I changed the way I framed it. In my mind, now I work it in as part of the process and factor that expense into it and pass it on to my client. It is part of the process. Most people don't realize that and then cringe when they underbid the project. I think you're absolutely 100% right. I think that's totally true. And there's the people who are like, oh, I don't want to fill up a landfill. It's like, oh, honestly, how much of a landfill are you really filling up? And you have to do it once, you know? It's not like you're making a couch. You can see how that starts to fit in that. Let's see if it fits on the other side. It fits pretty well. Okay. I'll make another one of those. I think that there's a lot of people who are like, you know, I want to do this once. It's a lot of work. I only wanted to do this once. I wanted to be perfect the first time. I mean, look at Phil Fletcher. I mean, he's built Kermit how many times now? Each one gets a little bit better than the other. And it's like, it's part of the process. He is looking a little, well, not really. He'll come together. Believe me, I think about building a Bullwinkle just about every day. I think it'd be great to build a Bullwinkle, like moose head to put up in my living room. Let's see. Hopefully, he doesn't pull a rabbit out of his hat. Would there be anything up his sleeve? Maybe I'll put his hat next to him. I just think it'd be cool to make a Bullwinkle that, you know, is up over the mantle. You know, like a like a moose head. Okay, and then I'm missing this piece right here, so let me do that. So that'll I'll do your little technique, Dave, that you were talking about. I keep thinking about that Far Side cartoon where there's a guy who has the game cabinet with Rocky and Bullwinkle in it, or the trophies, maybe something like that. But I love Bullwinkle. In fact, if I could build this as Bullwinkle, I would do that instead because I'm not the biggest Frozen fan. Yeah, I have actually. It's fine. I probably could add it to this again. I'm almost at the bottom of the can though, so I actually would use a lot more on um, the next can I have, because this one was already pretty far gone by the time I got the thinner. The biggest thing is it's super runny. All right, so now we can kind of see. It's starting to get there. I think I need to narrow this out a little bit. Pull this, basically cut it down the center and push everything in. I think what I'm going to do on the final is I'm going to have a couple of PVC pipe fittings that pop out of the top of the head here, and then the antlers will just plug into those. So that way, if they pop off or for shipping purposes, they'll be a little bit more. Maybe I'll put a little set screw in there so they can be zipped in. So yeah, rule of thumb I saw online is to add a little bit after each session. That way, it has time to incorporate into the existing glue by the time you use it next. So that's a good idea. Yeah, I think I'm off to a good start with him. I'm pretty like. Here, I'll go over to the other camera here. So I have no concept of what I'm doing because I can't see that. Oh wait, I can see her. Second. All right, so I'm in camera. So yeah, this thing's gonna have to go up. It's gonna have to be about twice the size of this, I think. But yeah, but I think the shape's getting there. I'll know more as I get it kind of figured out. Okay, so I think I have come to the end of this particular thing. Honestly, I got more done on this than I thought I was going to. I wish I could figure out how to do some quick antenna on, or not antenna, antlers on here. I think that'll really make them sell. Again, I think I need to take a wedge out here and push the two edges in. Well, let me do that real quick and then we'll call it a day. So what we're going to do is pull this. All right, so I'm going to take this whole mohawk thing out of here real quick. So I guess there really wasn't much point of using the bear head other than it's been in my closet for 2 years now and I didn't really need it. Did I say it again? Did I say try it? Because why not? That'll be my new catchphrase, like let's get started or whatever. Make it so. I mean, the last thing this should do is make people stressed out. They're going to do something wrong. Yeah, Dave, that's exactly what I'm thinking too. As far as keeping it from being too floppy. Okay, so that created a big point on the front of his head, but I can fix that. He looks like well, he's not terrible. Okay. I think I'm done for tonight. But boy, I did make a lot of progress. A lot more progress than I thought I would. So I think tomorrow is going to be the final build for Olaf's head. And maybe I'll try and figure out the eyebrow mechanism a little bit. If I honestly, they didn't ask for one, so if it doesn't work out, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'm also going to probably embed the magnet in his face and then pattern his upper or pattern his head, so the fabric part of it, so I can finish that. So anyway, all right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in. And I hope you found this interesting, because I sure did. All right, I'll see you guys later.